Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. Let's get right to our top stories this morning, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. Governor Steve Sisolak celebrates the signing of Senate Bill 386 with the local culinary workers union. The bill compels hospitality employees to rehire workers laid off during the pandemic. Review-Journal's Jen Ott has this story. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Renee. This new law passed on a party line vote with no Republican support after months of intense lobbying from unions, including the Culinary Workers Union Local 226. You can hear them chanting as the governor joined them today.
You make all the difference when it comes to us reopening our economy.
Half of the union's substantial member base remains out of work, which affected some 350,000 workers, according to the union.
Almost 15 months my wife and me, we are unemployed.
And we all want our jobs back. You know, if my job was offered back to me, absolutely in a heartbeat, I would love to go back to it.
This new law now allows certain workers to return to work starting on July 1st until August of 2022. Renee?
In other news, a launch ramp at Lake Mead National Recreation Area is closed after a front-end loader fell into the water. The loader was being operated by a Lake Mead employee when the front end started slipping into the water at the South Code launch ramp. The employee got out before it went under, and nobody was injured. As for the loader, it's now stuck on cables 20 to 30 feet below the surface. The Nevada Highway Patrol is turning to artificial intelligence to keep Las Vegas roads safe. It's called Waycare, and it uses algorithms to find which areas have high risk of wrecks based on crash data. It found 3 corridors: I-15 North near Russell Road, I-15 South near Lake Mead Boulevard, and US 95 South near Jones Boulevard.
So obviously, you know, what they looked at was kind of pinpointing certain areas where they saw there was a bunch of crashes happening. And they mitigated that with using the police vehicles on the side, because once people see law enforcement, they usually slow down.
Since it was implemented in October of 2019 to December 2020, Waycare is reporting that speeding along those 3 corridors was reduced by 43% and crashes by 18%. And outraged lawmakers are trying to stop a wild horse adoption program run by the Bureau of Land Management. This following a New York Times report that some of the adopted horses were sold and slaughtered for meat. There are roughly 60,000 wild horses and burros in the western United States, and Nevada is home to 13,000 of them. Congresswoman Dita Titus and dozens of other federal lawmakers have urged Interior Secretary Deb Haaland to halt the program and start an investigation. Now let's take a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour Air is here for you. Getting over the hump today with mostly sunny skies for your Wednesday. We could reach record high temperatures today. National Weather Service calling for 116 degrees. For the rest of the week, we will remain in an excessive heat warning until Saturday night. Temperatures will stay in the 114 degree range until the weekend. Evening lows in the mid to upper 80s.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Golden Knights are heavy -260 favorites at the Westgate to take a 2-0 series lead against the Montreal Canadiens today at T-Mobile Arena. The Canadiens are +230. The total is 5.5, with the under heavily juiced at -145. The Knights are +105 to cover the -1.5 puck line. Vegas is now -1,100 to win the series and advance to the Stanley Cup Final.
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, the state of Nevada is open for business again, but several of its casinos are not open yet. 2 casinos owned by Boyd Gaming, Main Street Station and the Eastside Cannery, have been closed since the start of the pandemic. A spokesperson for Boyd would not comment on its plans, but last year, the company said Main Street Station would open sometime this year. Other casinos that remain temporarily closed include Fiesta Henderson, owned by Station Casinos, and the Palms, which was sold in May to the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. In northern Nevada, Harris Reno and Lakeside Inn and Casino have closed their doors permanently. In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. After a year of mostly virtual events, the World Series of Poker has finalized its schedule for live tournaments this fall. The Rio will host a total of 88 events starting September 30th with a charity event for COVID-19 relief. The famous $10,000 main event will be held November 4th through the 17th. Officials say that for now, they plan to have 9 players at every table, as usual, with no plexiglass dividers and no capacity limits.
Here's the latest in sports. The Raiders have kicked off mandatory minicamp. Tuesday's attendance saw a few faces that were missing during voluntary OTAs these last few weeks, including Raiders running back Josh Jacobs. He explains why he did not attend the optional practices.
I talked to Coach before OTAs had started a couple months. My position coach and obviously the head coach, and just talked about what the plan for me was and what I had on my mind of what I wanted to do, and what in the areas that I felt like I needed to improve on. And they gave me their blessing to allow me to be able to go do that. Trusted in me that when I came back that I'd be ready. So, yeah.
In your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental, Love Your Smile Again, over to the Culinary Academy of Las Vegas. Local leaders, Mi Familia Vota, and other community groups hosted a pop-up vaccine clinic and free food drive. With a surprise visit from Governor Steve Sisolak, meals were available for all of those who were vaccinated, and the first 100 families that came in got a $10 gift card to Smith's. This event comes as public officials are getting creative to encourage Nevadans to get vaccinated against the coronavirus. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy Clark County, it's now a little easier to go to places like Disneyland. California has lifted most of its restrictions that were put in place in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Capacity limits and social distancing rules have been removed. Also, Disneyland and Disney California Adventure have started welcoming out-of-state visitors again. Disney says guests who are fully vaccinated will not be required to wear masks, and you won't be required to show proof of vaccination before entering the theme parks. Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have Amazon Fire TV, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. From all of us here at the Las Vegas Review Journal, have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.